Alright, this time I'm going to be refuting slash debunking certain arguments used in favor of characters such as the Funtime robots and the Glam Rocks. These arguments have to do with them being referred to as having advanced tech, just being advanced, or being called state of the art. There will be a summary in the comments as well at the end of the video. Let's get started.
You know you can't win. You can't destroy what I really am. Even if you manage to kill this body, someone even stronger would surface and take my place. Not one death will go unaccounted for. Not one!
Firstly, the main point people try to make is that them being referred to in this way means they are physically superior. However, this is a blatant misinterpretation of the word, or rather a misuse. The word advanced is not an umbrella term, it is context reliant. You define this context based on, firstly, who is calling something advanced, and their goals and intentions, and two, the purpose slash use case of the object. So, what does this have to do with the animatronics? Firstly, the people inside of the Five Nights at Freddy's verse who say such things are workers, executives, or are in some way representing one of the various entertainment companies who make entertainment robots. For example, this includes the worker commenting on the Funtime robots in the Sister Location teaser trailer, a couple things said by the phone guy in regards to the toys, and a couple statements from different books regarding the Glam Rocks. So, with the word advanced being context-reliant and not an umbrella term to describe every trait of a robot, what does it mean, or rather, what is the context in which they're referred to as advanced in Five Nights at Freddy's? That's simple. Those saying it are referring to their ability to be entertainers as advanced. They run an entertainment business. Things such as ice cream scoopers, advanced human-like AI, and the ability to blow up balloons are all things that go towards the goal of creating a welcoming environment and basically make them money. Basically, via the context, them being advanced does in no way refer to their physical stats such as speed, durability, or strength. They do not require any of those things to be increased for them to make money. Even in terms of Afton, street-level AP is already enough to one-shot humans. He has no reason to waste resources and time to make robots stronger for literally no reason. Instead, for the Funtimes, he focused on their ability to lure in children, making them more interesting to interact with and come off as more friendly and trustworthy. This is a more appropriate use of his time, as older and less advanced robots have proven to have no difficulty in killing children, the way some of the newer robots actually do. As a matter of fact, Fazbear Entertainment themselves are big on cheapness. They underpay workers severely, fire them for no reason, and cut corners in terms of safety. Even in Seeker the Mimic, we see Edwin distressed that they are preferring the robots to be fully robotic, no spring lock, and he's distraught that they're not just using teenagers, likely due to the fact they would actually have to pay those teenagers. The entirety of their efforts goes towards the entertainment and making money. Anything not contributing to making money, or it may be losing money, it's just not an effort that they would pursue. There's no basis whatsoever for anyone to refer to or even build the robots to be stronger than older bots. This is also further evidenced by the fact that despite the long range of time robots have existed in FNAF, they all show roughly similar feats, generally just being around wall level. If, as a hypothetical, they were military weapons and were being referred to as advanced, that could stick and imply something about their physical capabilities, but that is simply not what they are. All the endos follow the general original designs, or at least a deviation of it, since Edwin. You can debate about something like size and weight, sure, those are all valid, as weighing more has some positives and negatives in terms of stats that are observable in FNAF, but that has nothing to do with being advanced or new. Age, or being new, has no correlation with weight, so the phrases advanced, state-of-the-art, or advanced tech, or any other phrase conveying the idea of something new compared to something old don't imply it. Even in real life, in terms of tech specifically, the main way it is used is basically just trying to stick in as many features and as much computing power as possible into small devices, such as glasses, phones, laptops, watches, etc. Granted, I won't consider that here as they aren't directly comparable to animatronics, but it was worth mentioning. But in terms of being advanced, they are advanced in the field of being entertainment robots. Nothing more, nothing less. That's all they're implied to be, and all they are shown to be are the new features and gimmicks every time a new robot line is referred to as something similar to advanced. All right, so here is the summary. Calling these robots advanced doesn't automatically imply physical superiority. It simply means they are more sophisticated relative to earlier models in the context of their intended purpose, which is entertainment. These robots were built for performance and interaction, not combat or any type of raw physical power. Advanced in this case likely refers to improved software, better voice recognition, or enhanced safety features for children, such as Glamour Freddy Safe Mode. Assuming it implies superior strength is what you would call a categorical error. It ignores the design goals and misapplies the word based on personal bias rather than their actual intended function. You wouldn't call something like a smartphone physically superior to a hammer just because it's more advanced. The two were built for an entirely different purpose. So yes, context matters. Using advanced as a blanket term for like power or power scaling overlooks the very nature of the word being a relative descriptor. Just because something is more technologically refined absolutely does not mean it's stronger physically. It just means it's better at what it was built to do compared to older robots in this case.